there are three main aims that I focus on when I'm directing the City Beats program and working with the children. The first one is an aim about making sure they are creating their own music and doing that in a range of ways. So with each project I introduce a new way of developing musical material and organising that.
So what I enjoyed the most was actually making up our own music.
Because they haven't been around music as long as we have, they come up with new ideas because we've kind of got the normal answer. They come up with the left of field one.
The second aim is about instruments. One of the things that the MSO can offer is access to a range of really exciting and accessible instruments.
Well, I've enjoyed playing those new instruments, like those whirly things, and there's like experimenting with all these new instruments that I've never used, like played or ever heard of before.
Well, it's provided an opportunity for our kids to do something they wouldn't otherwise have the opportunity to do. So a lot of these kids, it's the first time they've seen orchestral instruments. So it's just given these kids exposure to music that they wouldn't have had.
A third aim then is about playing together and having a really big ensemble experience, and they're supported in that by working with the MSO musicians. So having a very strong, solid player alongside you can really do a lot to keep the ensemble together.
And what do you think of the musicians like Josh and Gillian and these guys?
Josh is really nice.
Yeah.
Josh is really nice.
Because he can do Star Wars and
City Beats is a partnership that started between the MSO and ArtPlay, and really the aim has been to be focused on disadvantaged schools, or schools where there's very limited access to music programs or limited opportunities for the children to access music outside of the school program if there is one in their school.
Well, I come from a small school, a small suburban school in Geelong, so we're a long way away from Melbourne. We have very low student numbers, so we don't have a lot of money in the school. We couldn't access a program like this if we had to pay for it, so if we didn't have the support from the City Beats program, this would just be totally out of our reach.
I think for the teachers it's an opportunity, if the teacher is a music specialist teacher, as we have with some of our teachers this year, it's a chance for them to enjoy playing music with their students and not necessarily be the person in charge, to get some fresh ideas from other music professionals, perhaps to see some different approaches to how they might be making music with their students, how they might engage their students in very hands-on activities, which can be quite difficult to manage sometimes in a music classroom.
As a teacher, I've learnt lots of fantastic and engaging activities that I can take back and use across all year levels at school within my program. The students have learnt some excellent listening and responding skills. They've learnt to play on cue. It's improved their group work skills. It has also enabled them to embrace music in a different way.
This has inspired us to really push the performing arts at our school a lot more. So we've started a school band since we kind of started this project, which has stemmed from this and stemmed from some other things that are going on at the school as well. So, and definitely we've been taking some of these activities and doing them as music activities in school clubs. So it's been great.
I think probably the biggest challenge is that there's so much we can do. And we have 2 hours each time that the children come in. We never have problems with commitment or behaviour or focus or anything like that. I mean, students come into this space ready to work and we're ready to work, and the biggest challenge is making sure it wraps up within 2 hours, that they're going away with a complete experience. And it's wonderful to know that we will see them again in a few months' time.
In 1 or 2 words, describe how playing your instrument makes you feel.
Awesome.
free, emotional, happy, excited.